There is nothing greater than the power of you. And I know you may not actually believe that when you hear it right now. In fact, there's a lot of you, I'm sure, who are thinking about, oh, well, that's not true. There's so many things out there greater than me, or more powerful than me, or stronger than me. First, I want to prove to you how powerful a creator you are. And then I want to talk about what that means and why that's so important to understand. So I want you to do an activity with me. Whatever you're doing right now, get rid of the distractions, participate in this little activity. It's going to help you see how powerful you really are. So here's what I want you to do. Lift your left hand up beside you. Just lift your hand up into the air. And do the same thing with your right hand. Now take both your left and right hand, bring them together in front of you, and interlock your fingers. Now just hold your hands with interlocked fingers out in front of you for just a moment. Okay, now go ahead and release them. So why did you move your hands? Or if you chose not to participate, why didn't you move your hands? And I'm sure your immediate reaction might be, well, you told me to, because I was following the activity. For those of you that didn't participate, because I didn't want to do the activity, but I'm going to sit around and see what this is about anyway. But you were the one who did it. You had a thought that either moved your hands, got you to interlock your fingers in front of you and hold your hands there, or had a thought that got you to not participate, whatever that was. Had we got someone else, had we taken anyone else in the world and said, okay, you need to go lift their left hand, now lift their right hand, now bring their hands together, now interlock their fingers. The amount of effort it would have taken, even if it was someone strong enough that they could force you to do it, but the amount of effort it would have taken for them to get the fingers interlocked and out in front of you is way more than the brief thought you had if you participated. You control your reality with everything you think. And I know you've heard this before, probably from manifestation coaches and people who teach the law of attraction and mindset coaches and people who teach you how to think like a millionaire, for example. And this is not just me teaching you another technique. I want to talk about the principles behind creation, behind you being a powerful creator of your reality. I want to talk about what those principles are and why it's so important you understand them. So as we dig in, we're going to talk about 4 parts of you: your spirit, your heart, your mind, and your body. And these are the 4 parts of you that you take with you no matter what. Everything else in your life, temporary. Everything else in your life and experience of this life is temporary. People come and go, money comes and goes, houses, locations, doesn't matter. Health comes and goes. But for this life, you will always have your spirit, your heart, your mind, and your body with you. And the key is those 4 pieces working in alignment for you to create your happiest life. And I want to put this out there right now. It doesn't matter what life you're experiencing. It doesn't matter how hard it is. It doesn't matter how easy it is. It doesn't matter how boring it is. It doesn't matter how happy it is. You are creating it right now. Yeah, that might be hard for some of you to hear. It's okay. It was for me when I had nothing and realized I get to be the creator of my life. And that's really what I want to talk about. So let's start with your spirit. Your spirit is a being of the pure energy of creation. What does that mean? There is an energy that exists in all of creation. That energy flows through everything. Through every star, through every planet, through every solar system and galaxy in the universe, through rocks, through trees, through plants, through animals, through all the stuff in your life. It is there. And it is in you too. It is your spirit. Your spirit is the energy of creation. Your spirit is that piece of you that is always vibrating in harmony with that energy of creation, no matter what. Which is beautiful because that means your spirit's already there. It's already at the vibration that is your happiest life right now. All the other pieces are just about taking energy, turning it into experiences in this physical 3D world, and how to create there. You are here in this life as that spiritual being, as that energy of creation, to experiment and create, to have experiences and learn how to turn energy into matter. That's it. So your spirit already vibrating in harmony with the energy of creation means it already knows the easiest path to your happiest life. Kind of like someone who's climbed up a mountain and is up there calling out signals to tell you the easiest way to get up to the top. So why isn't your life just easy and happy? Because the spirit communicates in energy and energy only. Energy in all of its forms becomes thoughts in your mind. That's where it starts to become something in the material world. And this is what we mean when we say that your thoughts create your reality. The things you experience physically, the things that you take in with your senses, are all created by your thoughts. So your mind is going to pick up on some energy that your spirit has, some vibration that it's giving out, and say, oh, that means more money. So for that feeling of that vibration, it means more money by the way that your mind currently understands whatever reality is. And that current understanding is where things can get a little messed up. Because your mind is a supercomputer. It takes in information about what is happening now and what has happened, and then interprets signals and turns it into experiences based on what is happening now and what has happened. And if you repeat something enough, it becomes a belief, which is like an auto program for the computer of your mind to say, okay, this is the way things are. People don't fly. That is just a given. That is a belief. That is 100%. People will not fly. Not even going to think about it. Not going to put that imagination out there no matter what. People do not fly. So I want to point this out right now. All beliefs are limiting. Doesn't mean they're wrong. Doesn't mean they're bad. Doesn't mean they're good. Doesn't mean they're right. They're just limiting. These are the boundaries within which you have told your mind to color reality for you. So when we get attached to a program, for example, I'm going to use a very, very common one. Let's talk about financial security, because that seems to be a very common theme that pops up for the people I work with. So the belief that you have to work hard, and the harder you work, the more money you will get. Sure, there's a lot of reasons behind that. There's a lot of things that show that might be the case in your reality, but it's a limiting belief. You know people who haven't worked hard and have lots of money. So obviously it's not 100% true. But the point is, if you have that belief, and let's say you get a vibration that feels like, oh, financial freedom, because that vibration to your mind feels like the ability to buy whatever you want, do whatever you want, be free to not have to worry about paying bills. And it translates that into, we want more money. Okay, so you want more money. Well, then if you have the belief of working harder, now it's, well, I better get a side hustle. I better do more work. I better find out how to work harder at the job I have. I better figure out a job that pays more and put more hours in, or whatever it is. So the only possibilities that get created for you with that feeling and that vibration that your mind has decided means more money are whatever is within those beliefs you already have. And we'll get into limiting beliefs in a little bit. But before we get into that, let's come back to the general. So you've got your mind that is vibrating with the energy of creation in harmony always. But it is just energy, and it is just energy that is pulsating from within you at all times. Your mind takes energy there and from everything else outside of it, and interprets and creates thoughts. The thoughts that start to focus and form what experiences you will have, and what realities are created for you. So your thoughts are now taking and forming these experiences. Where does your heart come in? Your heart is there to double check that what you're doing and experiencing and creating is actually in harmony with your spirit. So how does it do that? Well, by feeling. Your heart is meant to feel. Your heart is meant to feel all things. So when you have an experience, and it doesn't matter what it could be something you say, it could be something someone else says, it could be something that happened to you, it could be something you witnessed, it could be a movie, it could be a show, it doesn't matter. When you have an experience that is in alignment with the vibration of your spirit, it feels like peace. When you have an experience that doesn't feel like peace, it's an omen that says this is not in harmony. This is not in alignment. So change it. Do something different. And it really is that simple. This is the beauty of how this system works. Your spirit is a being of pure energy and stays in that constant vibration with the energy of creation and that constant harmony with that vibration. Your mind takes information, vibration, combines it, creates thoughts. Those thoughts start to attract what happens in your life. Based on what happens, your heart tells you whether or not it's in alignment or not. Yes, keep going. This feels like peace. No, it doesn't. Shift in some way. So where does your body come in? Your body is the physical vehicle that you use to have the experiences. Your senses, the things you touch, the things you taste, the things you feel, the things you see, the things you hear. Your body is how you experience. And as such, as that vehicle that is meant to interact and have the experiences, when your spirit, heart, and mind are in alignment, your body will amplify that and it will have energy and it will feel strong and your body will start to heal itself and things will just work. When your spirit, heart, and mind are not in alignment, your body will amplify that and things start to fall apart and things start to deteriorate and you don't seem to be able to get enough sleep. And when you eat, things aren't working right. So your body is a good indicator of whether or not your spirit, heart, and mind are in alignment or not. So pay attention. Pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention to your body. Pay attention to your thoughts. But most importantly, pay attention to what feels like peace or not to know if you're in alignment. And really, let's talk about this because, yeah, now you're experiencing life. Now you've got all these people that you're interacting with, all these connections. Now you've got all this stuff, the houses and the cars and the money and the whatever else you choose. Everything you experience is a reflection of your level of alignment. So if your mind is so stuck in limiting beliefs that it's only slightly aligned with your spirit, you're going to experience things being very hard and heavy and tense. If your mind is flowing with what feels like peace and not attached to outcomes, you're going to experience miracles and things that happen. And wow, I just always seem to be in the right place at the right time and things are always working out for me. The key to manifesting miracles and naturally creating your happiest life is to live in alignment, spirit, heart, and mind. And then automatically your body will magnify that. And automatically the people around you, the experiences you have, the things you get will be miraculous and reflect that you are living in alignment. Let me simplify this a little bit more. So when you are living in alignment, it means your attention, your energy, your focus is not on responding to and reacting to outside circumstances. It's on your spirit, heart, and mind. It is on the internal alignment of those pieces. Because here's what happens. Okay, you have an experience and it triggers an emotion. Oh my gosh, I'm really scared about paying that bill and I don't have enough money. So immediately your mind wants to fix that situation. It doesn't feel good for a reason. It's an omen to tell you you're not in alignment. So your mind, within the beliefs it has, starts thinking of solutions. Okay, well, I could get more money by doing this and I could go sell this and I could go and borrow from my mom maybe and I could do this or this or this to pay the bill. Now all of that energy, all of your attention is on reacting to a circumstance. And I get it. It's a circumstance that needs to be responded to and dealt with. Yeah, it's part of your life. But if all your energy is in that circumstance, that's what you keep creating because your mind is what creates the physical reality you're experiencing. So if your mind is 100% focused on, oh no, fear of bills, fear of bills, fear of bills, you get more bills to be afraid of. When you shift, when you stop worrying about what's happening and realize it's just a reflection, I'm going to go internal. That's where the magic happens. That's where miracles happen that, oh, that ends up getting taken care of. Or, oh, I found a solution and it kind of fell in my lap. I didn't really have to work that hard to get to that solution. Because your spirit is always leading you on the easiest path to your happiest life. From wherever you are, whatever you're experiencing right now, it will lead you on the easiest path. But it's not necessarily the path that makes sense to your mind that only knows how to process the now and information from the past. So by taking the now, information from the past with the current beliefs, it comes up with a formula that says, well, we have to go sell everything we own to pay this bill, which may or may not be true. When you start to follow the piece, when you start to say, oh yeah, there's a bill, that's an experience I'm having, it's just a reflection, and turn back to, but hold on, I'm going to be at peace whether or not I ever pay that bill, whether or not they repossess my home or kick me out of my apartment or whatever. I'm going to be at peace. Then you're in an energetic state where you are creating miracles in your life because your energy isn't given to an outside circumstance that is just the reflection. It is focused on you being at peace, you living in alignment, which will automatically create situations that reflect that. Think of it like a mirror. So if you go to the mirror and you look at yourself in the mirror and you get up real close and go, oh my gosh, that person's hair is out of place and they've got a frown on their face. And you're not going to go to the mirror and say, well, let me try to fix their hair. And let me draw a smile on their face. You're not going to fix the reflection. You're going to say, let me shift me so the reflection looks the way I want to. You know what? I'm going to smile. I'm going to floof my hair a little bit. Oh, there we go. I like that. It's the same thing with life. Everything you experience in life is an energetic creation from your level of alignment. Your spirit is giving you the material to create and manifest miracles in your life and create your happiest life in the easiest way possible. Your mind will take those materials and within the beliefs that you choose to hold on to, create experiences. So coming back to the analogy we first stated, if you have the belief that you have to work hard to get money and your spirit is saying, hey, freedom, 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 and just vibrating at that energy, that frequency that is the freedom to do whatever you want and not have to worry about taking care of obligations. And your mind goes, oh, well, that means financial freedom. And that means more money because if we had more money, we could do more things. And that's what the thought is behind that energy. And you're holding on to that belief of I have to work hard to get money. Lo and behold, you're going to start creating opportunities to work hard and get money. Oh, well, if you worked harder here, if you did this side hustle, if you signed up for this, if you work really, really hard at getting more education, then you'll get more money. Because you believe you have to do that to get money. And really, your beliefs are this. It is your mind proving to itself that you can have these things that you're prompted you want, that you can have your desires. Well, you can have money if you work hard enough. Well, you can have a happy relationship if you work really hard on being the best you can be so that someone's really attracted to you. The beliefs that you have are just your mind trying to prove to itself that you're worthy to have your desires. So I want to teach you what I do with most of my clients. And I say most of my clients because some of my clients come to me already getting this concept. But this is one of the concepts I start with on you starting to manifest miracles in your life. So whatever it is you desire most right now, financial freedom, physical healing, a happier relationship, new opportunities, whatever it is, moving to a new place, whatever you desire most right now, I'm going to help you create it. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to close your eyes. Just imagine that desire has now come true. You now have all the money in the world you need to be financially free. Your body is naturally healing itself. Your relationships are happier and automatically thrive. You're in the perfect place. You're going on vacation, whatever it is. Imagine that desire. And imagine more and more detail what it feels like to have it, what you're doing now that you've accomplished that desire. Imagine with as much detail as you need how you can feel what it would feel like to actually have that desire. Once you get to that feeling, open your eyes. Just remember the feeling. Because now we're going to let go of all the ideas of what it has to look like for you to feel that way. Because that's just your mind. It's just your mind creating within the current things that it knows and current beliefs it has. And the feeling is what matters. Whatever that desire is a desire to feel something. Because your heart, when it feels that, it is the omen that, yes, you're now more in alignment. You enjoy life more. You're more at peace. You're more happy. You're more free, whatever it is. So that feeling, because you imagined and had enough of a thought to create a feeling that felt good, you just created that reality. And I know you're going to say, well, but I don't see it. Nothing actually physically changed. Okay. You still created it because you felt it. Now, for you to actually experience it, it will be filtered through your current beliefs. So for you to actually experience it, it's time for you to stop paying attention to outside circumstances. All outside circumstances. Whether something happens good or bad, oh, well, that's a nice experience. Oh, that's what I'm experiencing right now. Okay. Focus on alignment. Focus on being at peace no matter what, because that thing you created already happened. For you to actually experience it, you have to allow those beliefs that are stopping you from experiencing it right now to fade away. The only way beliefs fade away is when you stop putting attention and energy on them. So shift your attention, shift your energy to living in alignment. If you want more help, if you want to know how to live in alignment, if you want some day-to-day practices that will help you live in alignment so you can manifest miracles in your life, go to DarylShaunPrice.com. There's a course there called The Power of You 2-Week Transformation. I walk you through daily practices that will help you learn to live in alignment and manifest miracles in your life. So if that calls to you, I'd love to see you there. Either way, please subscribe and share this with someone. I'll see you next time.